Well, the Qantas Chief Executive Alan Joyce is headed for a showdown with unions tomorrow morning over his plan to cut 5,000 jobs, about 15% of the airline's workforce. The savage cost-cutting campaign is aimed at turning the airline around after it posted a hefty half-year loss. This report from Jason Om.
There were some brave faces among Qantas staff belying the uncertainty many are confronting.
Nobody's really sure of anything at this stage.
I've been there 14 years. Yeah. It's not good. Anyway, we've just got to deal with it.
It's a black day for our members. They've all got mortgages to pay, they've got bills to meet.
This is the cost of putting Qantas's house in order.
We will cut where we can in order to invest where we must. We'll be a far leaner Qantas group.
That'll mean 5,000 jobs will go over 3 years, including 1,000 announced previously. The trigger? A $235 million half-year loss.
This performance by our airlines is unacceptable, and the current position is unsustainable.
As part of its pursuit of $2 billion in savings, Qantas will also freeze wages, scrap unprofitable routes, retire old planes and defer buying new ones. It'll also sell its lease at Brisbane Airport. In the face of a resurgent Virgin Australia, Alan Joyce has again argued that foreign ownership restrictions are holding Qantas back, distorting the playing field.
Qantas can compete in any fair fight. We have been able to compete with one hand tied behind our backs by the Qantas Sale Act.
This is really a question about, does we want Qantas to be like Aeroflot with a kangaroo on its tail? We want Qantas to turn around and not be the national icon anymore.
1,500 jobs will go from management and back office roles, while some pilots and engineers could be at risk. Unions have been given scant detail and will demand answers when they meet Alan Joyce tomorrow.
We want to know, where did this 5,000 figure come from? We want to know where the job losses are going to come from. We don't view genuine consultation as one of where a group of managers meet in a room, come up with a number and then declare it to the world. It's not acceptable.
The unions they've stonewalled Qantas at every turn when they've tried to get productivity. Some have been very cooperative, other ones have been extremely belligerent, and it's time that some of these unions smelt the aviation coffee, if you like, of global aviation, and that is, you've got to be competitive.
Industry observer Jeffrey Thomas says the airline's woes are numerous, but there's one fundamental problem.
The issue for Qantas is simply that its cost structure is too high and has been too high for too long.
Complicating this, he says, are 14 unions and a complex enterprise bargaining process.
Their average wage cost was $92,000. In the international space, Emirates' wage cost average is $47,000, Singapore Airlines $42,000. So Qantas is way out of step with their international competitors, and in the internationals and in the domestic space, their wage cost is about 16-17% higher than Virgin Australia.
We want this management team to sit down and demonstrate that they have a viable business plan to secure the future of our national carrier. We don't necessarily want a management team in place that is managing decline and not going for growth.
Alan Joyce's job appears safe for now, despite the airline's share price falling 9% today to $1.15. Jason Om, Lateline.